Welcome back, duelists and dungeon crawlers alike. Casual Duelist here. Happy Tuesday, second day of the week, and we're kind of going back to an older format because it's not that I've forgotten about this. It's just in recent weeks I've been taking a couple of days off here and there in order to catch up on real world stuff. So we're back to the D&D Yu-Gi-Oh, and we've already shown you guys how to add these 3 Yu-Gi-Oh cards into your D&D game. So today we got to bring in one of the most iconic. We've literally got to do the Blue Eyes White Dragon. So dragons, literally the name of the game. There's a bunch of ways that you guys could add this guy. First off, it's going to be a higher challenge rating. I'm not going to pull out the book. I'm not going to pull out any stat blocks today. All I'm going to do is tell you how exciting it is to get this guy. And being Yu-Gi-Oh, there's actually a couple of ways you guys can do this. So first and foremost, in the show's lore, there's 4 of these. So again, if you're running a campaign, you want to add the Blue Eyes White Dragon in there, maybe you add all 4 Blue Eyes White Dragons, right? And maybe they are like the 4 guardians of maybe a certain kingdom, the continent as a whole, or you play around with like an almost Kyoto type theme with the 4 guardians. You just make them 4 Blue Eyes White Dragons. That's very cool. Second off, it kind of helps us here because it is the Blue Eyes what type? White Dragon. So if you do go through your monster manual later, or again, maybe you don't already play it, if you want to check out what I'm saying, you guys could go to like, just Google it and just be like White Dragon 5e. Best search that you could do. It should bring up D&D Beyond. It should bring up like one of the D&D wikis. There will be tons of information that'll just spring forward for you. And again, since he's a white dragon, it's pretty easy to figure this out as far as how to run him if you're the DM. And also it's very exciting for the players. But let's talk some figures, like how do you do this? Again, a while back, my friends bought me just a boatload of figures. And one of the sets they bought me came with 3 dragons. And I want to say it was the Mythical Heroes series of figures. And again, they all come pre-based. And again, this is pretty neat. This one right here is just a white dragon. Obviously, it would need to be cleaned up if I go to paint it. But again, I don't know that I want to paint the dragon ones because you do get like a mint green. You get this white, and I forget what the third color was at the moment. They're all upstairs except this one. But this would be a perfect way of bringing in your Blue Eyes White Dragon. And if you just bought this one and you wanted to be just as simple as possible, I just go ahead, color in the eyes blue, do something for the scaling here, maybe do a white off-white, and then do something a little bit darker throughout the wings and such, maybe give it some actual claws. This would be great. If you're into pre-made figurines, and I'm not saying that there's a bad thing with that. A while back, my wife bought this for me as a gag. It's been hanging on my wall since. She found this at like a Big Lots or something. So what ended up happening was they have this series of things called the micro figures. And the micro figures has a small Blue Eyes White Dragon. So obviously he's not going to stand to scale. But again, this could be one cool way of adding that to your game. And then, of course, there was a small series of other characters that you could get this way, including Red Eyes and Karibo. So this is pretty cool. Very, very cool. That's another way to add the Blue Eyes White Dragon into the game. And then probably my favorite way, but this might be a little more costly than buying a figure and painting it, is Hero Clicks from WizKids, which, believe it or not, is the same people who make the figurines for D&D that you can paint from the stores. They did make Blue Eyes White Dragon. He's based, it says his name right here, because there was a whole game within the Hero Clicks for the Yu-Gi-Oh. So again, you could just literally just buy one of those. And again, it would come with like a sort of a stat card. I would definitely encourage you to more or less modify stat blocks from the 5e monster manual. And that's all good and well. There is one more thing that you guys could do. One more thing. And This basically comes down to your knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh! I do not have the card right now, but he would be the Paladin of White Dragon. It is a 4-star, and it's a ritual monster that can be tributed in order to special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. And it looks like a small knight on the Blue Eyes White Dragon. It may or may not be like a prelude to the whole Dragon Master Knight. But if you're going to do that, one thing that you could buy is you could buy the Wormlings from the D&D series of figurines. This one's from the Nolzar's Marvelous Miniatures. And it's really cool because you get to paint it, you get to base it. Comes with a little treasure piece for, again, depending on how much terrain you use for your games. It's great. Again, you're going to end up with like this little attack right here. You wanted to keep it Blue Eyes, just leave it alone. Treat it as a white lightning or a burst stream. And here's like a, they always do this. It's a one way that it could be painted. An example, holy crap. I do not know my English today. And again, all they did was they slightly tinted this blue. And honestly, there's a lot of guys on YouTube here. They'll teach you how to do this. Easiest way I know how to do this, to get this effect, is you want to take your gloss finish. You want to go ahead and you want to paint your gloss on it. Let it dry. Usually takes about 20 minutes. I cheat. I use a space heater. And I just sort of bake it on a little faster. Then with a dry brushing technique, you want to get as little paint on the brush as possible and just kind of drag a nice electric or light blue across it and then clear it in one more time with gloss. Again, gloss both times with a little bit of blue through there, and when the light hits it, you get this cool effect. But this could be a great way of doing a young Blue Eyes White Dragon. And it's kind of funny because they really did give him a blue eye if you see that. So this is one. Okay, I don't know why that affected the focus. That is one very good way to just go ahead and add the Blue Eyes White Dragon to your game. And again, as far as the lore, guys, play with it. It's your world if you're the DM. And if you're the player, suggest this to your DM. I mean, honestly, when my players make suggestions to me, I tend to follow through on it because whatever makes it more fun for them makes it more enjoyable for me to make the game for them. Because, again, it's not really DM versus players. It's DM and players doing this whole, like, collaborative storytelling. I want to give them a good story, something worth telling, and something worth being a part of. So this is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Obviously, we're back to doing this. There will not be a paint update because, honestly, whenever I run the Blue Eyes, I have a couple of these from playing the Hero Clicks. So I'm just going to use those because I'm cheap, I guess. Or maybe I'll paint this guy. I'll just give him some blue eyes. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. If you guys enjoyed it, a like and a comment would go a long way. More importantly, if you guys would like to subscribe, always encourage you guys to do that. And then check us out again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have a speed duel deck. And it's really fun because we're going to be using the Mahavilo. And we're going to be doing an equip deck. So if that sounds like a lot of fun, I hope to see you then. Either way, you guys do me one favor. You guys go out. You have a great day. Do something for yourself. Mental health is very important. And see you later. Peace.